In this lesson, we are going to put all quadratic forms and key points together to make a summary of what you have learned in quadratic functions. So there are three forms: standard form, factored form, and vertex form. Each form will give you some information directly. So for standard form, you will see the y-intercept, you sub in 0, it will give you the c. And also from standard form and all other forms, whenever you are going to find y value, what you are going to do is just sub in the x value, then you are able to find the y value. So whenever you are looking for y value, just sub in directly, then you will get a y value easily, and it doesn't matter which form given. F at x is a function notation. It's interchangeable with y. You could just write y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And from standard form, you are able to see the open up or down. If a greater than 0, then the whole graph is open up. If a less than 0, then the whole graph is open down. So open up at the vertex, it's the lowest point, you have a minimum y value. And if open down, then at vertex you have a maximum y value. Vertex is turning point. And from factor form, you are able to see the zeros right away. So it's r and 0. And also if you are looking for x value that is not at vertex, what you are going to do is let y equals sub in the y value, then move everything to one side. So you sub y value in, sub y value, then write it as one side equals 0. Then you could factor it, or you use quadratic formula to find the zeros. So this is how you find y value. So this is y value, you find it. This is x value, you are going to find it. So sub in y value, then let one side equal 0. So in y equation, if you have x, y, two variables, we are not able to solve it. So that is a reason if you are looking for y, we sub in x. If we are looking for x, we sub in the y. And make sure one side equals 0, then you could use a factoring method or quadratic formula. So quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this is when the equation is not factorable, we use quadratic formula. And from the factored form, we know that we are able to find if we have two zeros at r and s. We are able to find the middle of the two zeros, that is average of r and s. So p value equals r plus s over 2. This is the x coordinate of your vertex, then sub x equals b into the equation, original equation, you are able to find the y value, then you have vertex. So that is from vertex factor form. Not only you can find the zeros, but also you can find the axis of symmetry, that is a vertical line that is passed through the x coordinate of the vertex. So this line, this pass through the x-intercept, this intersect with x-axis, point of intersection is your x coordinate of your vertex. So this is information from the factor form. And from vertex form, you could read the vertex right away. This is a turning point. So the axis of symmetry is x equals p, and a value positive, negative, open down, have a maximum. A value positive, then opens up, you have a maximum value at the vertex. So they are the three forms. In this lesson, you are going to see how to convert between standard form to factor form, then standard form to vertex form, vertex to standard form, and vertex form to factor form if it's not factorable. So convert from one form to another one, you need to know it. Okay, so now we are going to see some examples. We are going to fill in this chart. So fill in the key features of the following. So this one is a standard form. We know from the standard form we are able to see the y-intercept right away. So x equals 0, then y equals -2. So sub in x equals 0 here, 0, 0, -2 is -2. And from the factor form, we are able to see the zeros right away. So it's 2, 0, and 4, 0. And from the vertex, we are able to see the vertex right away. So it's 2, 20. Then after that, we are going to see what else we can find. From vertex form, also we could see the axis of symmetry, that is x equals p, p is 2. Minimum maximum value, a is positive, so we have a minimum at vertex, that is the y-coordinate of vertex is 20. So these are the information that without solving equations, we are able to see it right away. And also one value that is easier to solve is y-intercept. So we sub x equals 0 into the original equation, we are able to find y right away. So 2 times 0 minus 2 times 0 minus 4. Then we do the calculation. 2 times -2 give you -4. -4 times -4 is positive 16. And for the last one is subbing x equals 0. We are going to have y equals 5 times 0 minus 2 bracket squared plus 20. Then 2 squared is 4. Do the exponent first. Then 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. So these are the information. We don't have to do a lot of manipulations. Then we could find them. Then this one is so we may change the number because the number is not so good. So we may change it to 2x squared minus 3. So it just make the calculation easier. Okay. So 2x squared plus x minus 3 to find the vertex. We could use a box method. So 2 bracket. The first two terms divided by 2, so x squared plus 1/2x, then minus 3. So we could use the box method. The x squared, we are going to put it in the first box. Then the 1/2, we are going to split it into half. We are going to do 1/4 quarter x. Then quarter x. I together give you 1/2. Then we factor the first row, common factor is x. Then in order to get the area of x squared, this box, another side need to be x. X times x give you x squared. Then we want to find this side, it will be this side times x give you 1/4, it will be 1/4. Then this box, x times 1/4 to give you the area 1/4. So this is a two-side they are equal, so you will have x plus 1 over 4 bracket squared. This is the reason why we want to split 1 over 2 to 1 over 4. Then we need to put a number here, otherwise it won't equal to the perfect square. So 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 give you 1 times 1, numerator times denominator times is 1 over 16. And don't forget, you need to take away the 1 over 16, then 1 over 16 minus 1 over 16 is 0. So inside the bracket, no constant. That is right. Then we use a box 4 cells for this perfect squared. And minus 1 over 16, we didn't use it. We need to times it. So 2 times negative 1 over 16, then minus 3. Collect the like terms. We have 2 times x plus 1 over 4 bracket squared. Then do the calculation, it will give you minus 8, then 1. This is times it by 8 is 24, so minus 1 minus 24 give you 25. So that is vertex is negative 1 over 4, p-value is opposite, negative 25 over 8. So this is use box method to find the vertex. Then from this vertex form, we are able to find the axis of symmetry is just a p-value is opposite with number inside the bracket squared. Then the maximum minimum value A is 2 is positive, so it's open up. You are going to have a minimum at the vertex equals the y value of the vertex. Then x-intercept, we need to factor that equation. So 2x, this is a tricky trinomial, so times together equals AC. AC method is 2 times negative 3 give you negative 6. Add together is 1. You are going to have 2, 3. 3 larger number need to be positive, then because add together is positive. Then times together negative, 1 positive, another one need to be negative, so opposite. We have negative 2 and 3, then we are going to, you could use a box method. So we rewrite the 3 terms to 4 terms. So first term is 2x squared. And next term we use the 2 numbers we got, minus 2x, 3x. Then the last term is negative 3. So 3 terms becomes 4 terms. Negative 2x plus 3x is x. So it's equivalent with a given. Then we factor the first row. Common factor 2 and variable lowest degree is x. Then we do the division, the box, the area, number inside the box divided by the number outside the box. So to get another side of this box. Whatever inside the box is area. The outside is length and width. So 2x squared divided by 2x give you x. Then negative 2x divided by 2x give you negative 1. 3x divided by x give you 3. So 1 comma factoring, the others will be 3 divisions. Use a number inside the box divided by the side of one side of the box to get the number the other side of that box. Then the last one we check, negative 1 times 3 give you negative 3, so it works. Then you are going to have, this is one side is one bracket, another side is another bracket. So x minus 1 times 2x plus 3 equals 0. Then each of them we are going to write it equal 0. So it will be x minus 1 equals 0. 0 times anything give you 0, or another bracket equals 0. 2x plus 3 equals 0. Then we continue to solve it. You will have x equals 1, move the negative 1 to other side of the operation, and from others will be 2x, move the 3 to other side, is negative 3 divided by 2. You will have x equals negative 3 over 2. So you have 1 and negative 3 over 2 as an x-intercept. And the transformation from y equals x squared, we are going to look at the vertex. So the p-value is left-right from the orange. The parent function is vertex at 0, 0. This is y equals squared, x squared. So this is the original parent function. Then p-value is a x-coordinate of the vertex is left-right, q value is up-down, and the a value is stretched. So we are going to write a equals 2, so vertical stretched by 2. Vertical stretched by 2 means steepness of the U shape. Vertical stretch. By 2. It's possible to not reflect. Then P is negative, so left negative 1 over 4 units. So we use all positive number in the description of transformations. Then Q is negative, so it's down. (25/8) units. So all this one is just compared with original parent function. The vertex at 0, 0, you move it to negative 1 over 4, negative 25/8. Then it means it is left quarter down 1/8. So this is point negative 1 over 4, negative 25/8. Then the stretch means the step pattern A times 1, 3, 5. So it's 2 times 1, 3, 5. So it means right one up 6, right one up 2, right one up 2, right one up 6, right one up 10, then continue. So that is for standard form, how to find the vertex, how to find the x-intercept, y-intercept. So do the same thing for the next one. So vertex, we could expand it to find the vertex, or we could use zeros. So this is the first step. We find the zeros, and after that, we are going to from the zeros to find the vertex. So midpoint, p value equals 2 plus 4 over 2. We have 6 over 2 is 3. Then we want to find the q value, is just sub. The x value equals 3 into the original equation. So y equals negative 2 times 3 minus 2 times 3 minus 4. Then we do the calculation, negative 2, 1 times negative 1 give you positive 2. So the vertex is 3, 2. Then the maximum minimum value, because a value is less than 0, so it's open up. At vertex, this is the highest point, so you have a maximum y value equals 2 at vertex. Axis symmetry is just x equals the p value. Then we are going to do some corrections. This one is negative 2, so we have negative 16. This is y-intercept. Then we are going to see the transformation. So from vertex, we are going to see we have 3, 2. So A equals -2, P equals 3, Q equals 2. Then A is negative, it will be reflected. So vertically stretched by 2, vertical stretch by 2. Because it's negative, so the whole graph open down, we say it reflected. In the x-axis. Then PQ is just P left right, Q up down. So PQ positive, P3 it means right 3 units. And the Q is up down, so it's up 2 units. So that is from factor form how you are going to find the zeros. Read it from the factor form, the vertex just sub in to find the midpoint, then sub in to find the Q. For the y-intercept, always we are going to sub in x equals 0 to find the y-intercept. So this one, vertex, easy to find. Y-intercept, sub in x equals 0. For the x-intercept, we are going to see it will be y equals 0. So y equals 0, then we are going to have 0 equals 5. Bracket x minus 2 bracket squared plus 20. And because x appears only once, so we could, using isolating my x method to solve for x. Whenever you have x appear only once in an equation, you can use isolating method to solve it, similar with linear equation. So we do the adding subtracting first. We move the 20 to other side. Then we move the 5 to other side, then squared. So the opposite operation of back math when you solve something. So opposite operation. So adding, subtracting first, then dividing, multiplying, then after that exponent, then bracket. So this is how we do it. So adding, subtracting, do it first. Plus 20 becomes minus 20. Then equals 5. X minus 2 bracket squared. This works only x appear once. Then multiplying, dividing, after do the opposite operation is division. So we have -4 equals x minus 2 bracket squared. Then we do the exponent. Squared opposite will be square root. Then you will have undefined. Square root -4 doesn't exist, so it means no x-intercept. And what it means is we have a vertex is 220 and it is open up. So it will never ever intersect with x-axis. So that is the reason there's no x-intercept. And for the transformation, A equals 5, P equals 2, Q equals 20, then A value is vertical stretch by a factor of 5, then this is left, right, up, down, so positive, right 2, up 20 units. And you could see from here, from 0, 0 is right 2, up 20. So that is a review of how you convert from standard form to factor form to vertex form. And this one is from factor form. You could write it in vertex form is y equals a, then x minus p plus q. To change it to vertex form, then also you could expand it to get standard form. And this one is vertex form, then we could solve for x, no x-intercept, also it means it couldn't be factored. If you have the two zeros, you could write it as 5 bracket x minus r, x minus s, it will be a factor form, but this one is not, no zeros, so no rs is not able to factor it, no factor form for this one. And for, so that is for converting from one form to another one. So I will write down here, if you want to standard form -2 bracket x minus 2 bracket square bracket times x minus 4 to standard form, you just expand it. X times each term in the second bracket, so x squared minus 4x, then -2 times each term in the second bracket, you have minus 2x plus 8. Then collect the like terms and expand. So this one is -6x, and -2 times each term, you have -2x squared. -2 times -6 is positive 12x, then minus 16. This is from factor form to standard form. And for the last one, 5 bracket x minus 2 bracket squared plus 20. How to change it to standard form is x minus 2 times x minus 2, then plus 20. So do the expanding. X times each term in the second bracket, we have x squared minus 2x. Then minus 2 times each term in the second bracket is minus 2x plus 4, then plus 20. You will have 5x squared minus 2x is minus 4x, then times 5 give you minus 20x plus 20 plus 20. You have 40, then it's done. So just expand factor form or vertex form, you are going to be able to have the standard form. So that is one chart included all the conversions, all the information that you can get from each form. Okay, so next page we are going to see how you are going to be able to, from a given graph, to find the equation for that. So for this one, you have y-intercept 0, -3, x-intercept 1 and 3, and the vertex is 2, 1. So we have three forms: the standard form, vertex form, and factor form. So if vertex given, then it will be easier for you to start with vertex form. So PQ is your vertex equals 2, 1. Then we have y equals a bracket x minus p bracket squared plus q. In this equation, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 variables. And we want to have a PQ given. So PQ given, we want to find A. We need 4 variables given. So we have PQ, we also need to have XY given in order to find A. In one equation, we need to have only one variable left. in order to solve it. So we are going to sub PQ is 2, 1. Then the XY, we can pick any point on the graph other than the vertex. So we could pick the 0, -3. Or you could pick 1, 0 or 3, 0. You will have the same A value. So subbing, we have y equals -3 equals A bracket 0 minus 2 bracket squared, Q is 1. Then in this equation, you will see you have only A value unknown. We are going to isolate A by moving the numbers to other side, adding, subtracting first. +1 move to other side will be -1. So move to other side -1, you will have -4 equals A times 0 minus 2, -2 squared give you +4, -2 times -2. Then in order to solve for A, we don't want to see the 4, that is opposite operation, multiplication is division. So we have A equals -1. Then write the statement, sub APQ back. So y equals -1, x minus 2, bracket squared +1. And also you could use the factor form to find the quadratic equation. This is vertex form. And we are going to practice more to see if other points given how to find the equation of the vertex of the quadratics. So this one pass through one point, the zeros are 1 and -2. So it means 1, 0, -2, 0. So the zeros given, we want to use a factor form, x minus r, x minus s. So this one, the zeros given, so r equals 1, s equals -2. They are the two variables given. So then in that equation, you count y, a, x, r, s. So 5 variables again. We need 4 variables given. Then only 1 variable left. We are able to solve. So another one, we want to have other two will be the point xy is -3 and 4. So we sub all this one into this factor form. You are going to have 4 equals A value is unknown, so for the factor form we need to find ARS. RS given, only A unknown. So Rx is -3, R is 1, and Rx is -3, S is -2, minus -2. So 4 equals to the bracket calculation first, -3 minus 1 is -4, -3 plus 2. So -2 is +2 is -1. Then do the multiplication, 4 equals A times -4 times -1, -2 becomes positive. Then we move the 4 to other side, its opposite operation is division. So A equals 1. Then we sub in the ARS to the factor form. We have 1, we don't have to write it. X minus R is 1. X minus S is -2, give you +2. So this is a equation that describes you have zeros, 1 and -2, and also passes through when x equals -3, you sub in, you will have y equals 4. So that is for zeros given, 1 point given. So this one, 1 point given and vertex given. So you have x, y, p, q, sub in. So we sub You need to sub in the 4 given in order to solve for one unknown in the vertex form. And xy equals -2 and 5 into the vertex form because vertex is given. Y equals a bracket x minus p bracket squared plus q. So y is 5 equals a is unknown x minus 2 bracket squared, so x is -2. So this x equals -2, then minus p is 2 plus q is -3. Then we move the -3 to other side, it will be +3, it will be 8. Then equals 8 times -2 minus 2, -4 squared give you 16. Then move the 16 to other side, it will be divided by 16. Then the lowest form, type into your calculator, is 1 or 2. Both could be divided by 8. Then sub in the APQ to this vertex form, you will have 1 over 2 bracket x minus p is 2 plus q minus 3. That is that. So the next one is pass through one point xy and has x-intercept. This one is r, this one is s. So we are going to, you have the zeros, we are going to use a factor form. So we sub r equals 1 plus square root 3, s equals 1 minus square root 3, and also xy, 4 things given, into the factor form. Factor form is y equals a, then bracket x minus r, x minus s. So you need to sub in correctly. So y is 4 equals a is unknown, x is 3, take away 1 plus square root 3, then x is 3 again, take away 1 minus square root 3. Then simplify, we are going to have a times 3 minus 1 is 2 minus square root 3, so negative times each term. Then another one is 3 minus 1 is 2 minus is plus square root 3. Then here we need to use a difference of squares. A minus b, a plus b will give you a squared minus b squared. Then 4 equals a times 2 is 4, 2 squared is 4, square root 3 squared give you cancel out, it will be just minus 3. So you will have 4 equals a times 1 is a. Then write a statement, sub in the APQ. So y equals 4 times x take away 1 plus square root 3, then x take away 1 minus square root 3. And this question asks you to change it to standard form, so it is a little bit tricky question. So we continue. Y equals 4 bracket, get rid of the bracket, so x minus 1, then minus square root 3, and times x take away 1, then minus is plus square root 3. And the change it to standard form, we are going to have 4 bracket. So we are going to use this one is big A. So A minus B times A plus B. it will give you a squared minus b squared. So we are going to see is bracket. A is x minus 1 bracket squared. B is square root 3 squared. Then we have 4. This x minus 1 times x minus 1 give you x squared minus x plus 1. So x minus 1 times x minus 1. X squared minus x, then minus x plus 1. Then minus square root 3 squared, cancel out the square root and squared, give you 3. Then collect the like terms, we are going to have 4 bracket x squared minus 2x minus 2. Then times 4, you have 4x squared minus 8x minus 8. So this is from factor form to standard form. So this is how to use given information to find the equation, and this is very useful when you have a certain set of data. You see you have 3 points, then you are able to find the equation of that quadratic equation, and by having that equation you are able to predict. It doesn't matter what x value, you are able to find the y value, or given y value, you are going to be able to solve for x value. So 3 points for a quadratic equation, you are able to find the quadratic equation for that quadratic function. And for vertex, you only need 2 points. Vertex plus another point. And the last question we are going to see, if an equation is not factorable, how we can solve for the zeros. So this is a given equation and we want to solve for x. So how are we able to solve for x? You will count. You have 1, 2, 3, 3x. We are not able to isolate x, and they are not like terms. We couldn't collect them together. So if you have more than 1x, we are not able to isolate it. Then we are going to move everything to one side. Make sure we are solving for the zeros. So we move the 2x to other side is minus 2x minus 1. Opposite operation is plus 1. Then collect the like terms. We have 3x plus 2x plus 1. Then we are going to see minus 1, sorry. So minus 2 plus 1 give you minus 1. Then we have a equals 3, b equals 2, c equals negative 1. By comparing this one with standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. Once we have the ABC, there's only numerical values, no variables, just the number at front of the variables. So we sum in this to the quadratic formula, x equals negative b is 2 plus minus square root. B squared is 2 squared minus 4 times a is 3, c is negative 1. Then all over 2 times a value is 3. Then we do the calculation to whatever under the square root first. So 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1 is 12. So 4 plus 12, it will give you 16, then over 6. Then continue. X equals negative 2 plus minus square root 16 is 4 over 6. Plus you have 1, 0 is negative 2 plus 4 over 6. It gives you x plus equals 2 over 6. Lowest form is 1 over 3. And for the x minus sign, give you the another zeros. So minus 2 minus 4 over 6 give you negative 6 over 6 is negative 1. So therefore the two zeros are x plus equals 1 over 3 and x minus equals negative 1. So that is done. That is all for this lesson. So in this lesson we have go over the three forms: standard form, factor form, and vertex form. And from the three forms, so these three forms: standard form, factor form, vertex form. From these three forms, standard form, it's easier for you to find the y-intercept. Factor form, the r and s zeros easily. Vertex form, you could find the pq easily. And also we have gone through how you can convert from one form to another one and find all those information, key points: x-intercept, y-intercept, and vertex. So also if some points given, how you find the equation, and if not factorable, then use quadratic formula to find the zeros. So it's not always nice number. Sometimes you may have not square rootable answers. So thanks for watching.